My girlfriend broke my heart during her graduation. She said, "Don't come to my graduation because it's only for my family and real friends." Even though I had paid her tuition, I chose to stay silent and walked away. When her family found out the truth, now she's begging me to talk to her. And she has no idea about the plan I've made regarding her. Dear friends, please subscribe to my channel and boost my motivation. Thank you. I'm 28, and until 3 months ago, I thought I had my life figured out. I was with Clarissa for 4 years. We met during a community art event where she was showcasing her paintings. She was passionate, driven, and had this way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room. I fell hard. Clarissa had dropped out of college years before we met due to family financial issues. It was something that always bothered her. She'd mention it during quiet moments, how she felt incomplete without that degree. 2 years into our relationship, she told me she wanted to go back and finish business administration. It wasn't cheap, but I told her I'd help. I was doing well enough in my work, had some savings, and honestly, I wanted to see her happy. So I paid for it. Tuition, books, the whole thing. About $23,000 over 2 years. She was grateful at first. Really grateful. We'd celebrate her good grades together, and she'd talk about our future, how she'd get a great job, how we'd travel, maybe buy a house. I believed every word. 3 weeks before her graduation, things started feeling off. She became distant. Short texts. Canceled plans. When I asked what was wrong, she'd say she was stressed about finals. I bought it because, well, finals are stressful. I tried to be supportive, gave her space, ordered her favorite takeout when she said she was too busy to cook. Then came the conversation that broke me. It was a Tuesday evening. I drove to her apartment with flowers because I knew she'd been overwhelmed. When I walked in, she was on the couch with her laptop, and she barely looked up. "Hey," I said, holding out the flowers. "Thought you could use these." She glanced at them, gave a weak smile. "Thanks. You can put them in the kitchen." I sat down next to her. "So, graduation's coming up. I was thinking we could go out and celebrate after the ceremony. Maybe that Italian place you love." That's when her face changed. She closed her laptop slowly and turned to me. "About that," she said, "I don't think you should come to the graduation." I laughed because I thought she was joking. "What do you mean?" It's going to be really crowded, and I only have a limited number of tickets. My parents are coming, my brother, and some close friends. There's not enough space." I felt my stomach drop. "Clarissa, I paid for your school. I've been with you through every paper, every exam. You're telling me I can't come?" She looked uncomfortable, wouldn't meet my eyes. "It's not like that. It's more of a family and real friends thing. You understand, right? Real friends." Those 2 words hit me like a punch. Real friends. I repeated, "What am I then?" She sighed, like I was being difficult. "Don't make this a big deal. You can celebrate with me another time." I sat there for a moment, letting it sink in. For years together. $23,000. And I wasn't even considered a real friend. I stood up without another word, grabbed my jacket, and left. She called after me, but I didn't stop. Update 1. I didn't contact her for a week. She texted a few times, casual stuff, like nothing had happened. "How's your day? Miss you." I didn't respond. Then graduation day came. I knew I shouldn't, but I checked her social media. Big mistake. There were photos everywhere. Clarissa in her cap and gown, smiling huge. Her family around her. And then I saw him. Some guy I'd never seen before, his arm around her waist in multiple pictures. The captions from her friends were telling. "So happy for you and Devin. Cutest couple." One photo was captioned by Clarissa herself, "Celebrating with my favorite people. Devin." I did some digging. Turns out he was in her program. Met him during her first semester back. I felt sick. I scrolled back through her posts from the past few months, and there he was, buried in group photos, study sessions, campus events. She'd been careful, but not careful enough. I sat there staring at my phone, and something in me just shut off. The hurt turned into something colder. I wasn't going to blow up her phone or show up at her place. I was going to be smart about this. Update 2. 2 days after graduation, her mom called me. "Patricia." We'd always gotten along well. I'd had dinner with her family dozens of times. "Honey, can we talk?" she said, her voice tight. "Of course. What's going on?" "I just found out what Clarissa said to you about the graduation. I'm so sorry. I had no idea you weren't there because she told you not to come. She said you were busy with work." I stayed quiet, letting her continue. I also just found out that you paid for her school. She never told us. We thought she'd gotten some grant or loan. When I asked her about it today, she finally admitted it. I'm furious with her. It's okay, Patricia. It was my choice to help. No, it's not okay. You've been nothing but good to her, and she treated you like you didn't matter. I'm going to talk to her father about this. This isn't how we raised her. We talked for a few more minutes. She apologized repeatedly. When we hung up, I felt a grim satisfaction. The truth was coming out without me having to say a word. Update 3. Clarissa started calling and texting frantically after her mom confronted her. Dozens of messages. Please talk to me. I'm so sorry. I messed up. I can explain everything. I didn't respond to any of them. Then she showed up at my place on a Saturday morning. I almost didn't answer the door, but I knew this conversation was inevitable. She looked terrible. Red eyes, no makeup, hair pulled back messily. Please, she said the moment I opened the door. Please let me explain. I stepped aside and let her in. We sat in my living room, the same room where we'd watched movies and talked about our future. I panicked, she started. Devin and we got close during school. It wasn't supposed to happen. But you were always working, and he was there, and I got confused. Confused, I said flatly. I didn't know how to tell you. I knew I'd hurt you, and I kept putting it off, and then graduation came and I didn't want drama that day. I wanted it to be perfect. So you made me stay away so you could play happy couple with him? She started crying. I know how it looks. But I do love you. I've always loved you. Devin was a mistake. It's over now. I told him everything, and we're done. When did you tell him it was over? She hesitated. Yesterday. I laughed bitterly. So you dumped him after your family found out the truth about the tuition money. Convenient timing. It's not like that. Then what's it like, Clarissa? Explain it to me. She couldn't. She just sat there crying, and I felt nothing. That scared me a little, how empty I felt. Update 4. Here's where my plan comes in, the one she has no idea about. Before Patricia called me, before everything blew up, I'd already contacted a lawyer. Not because I was planning revenge, but because I wanted to know my options. Turns out, in situations like this, if you can prove the money was a loan and not a gift, you can pursue repayment. I'd been smart, mostly by accident. I'd written tuition assistance for Clarissa in several of my payment memos. I had texts where we discussed her paying me back someday, early on, before she stopped mentioning it. My lawyer drew up a formal loan repayment agreement. $23,000, to be paid back over 3 years with minimal interest. All legal, all documented. I had it delivered to her apartment by courier the day after she showed up at my place. She called me immediately, hysterical. You're suing me? Are you serious? I'm not suing you. I'm asking for my money back. You got your degree. You said it yourself. You'd pay me back someday. Well, someday is now. I don't have this kind of money. I just graduated. Then you'll make payments. It's all outlined in the agreement. Talk to your parents if you need help. I'm sure they'll be interested to hear all the details. You're doing this because I hurt you. This is revenge. No, Clarissa. This is business. You wanted to treat me like I wasn't important? Fine. But you don't get to keep my money while you start your new life. She was sobbing on the other end. Please don't do this. We can work this out. Sign the agreement, or I'll take it to court. Your choice. I hung up. Final update. It's been 2 months. Clarissa signed the agreement. Her father co-signed it. Actually, after Patricia told him everything. Apparently, they had a massive fight about it, and he told Clarissa she'd embarrassed the family. They're making her pay them back in full, and she's making payments to me monthly. She moved back in with her parents to save money. Devin, from what I heard through mutual connections, wanted nothing to do with the drama once it all came out. He blocked her on everything. Clarissa sent me a long email last week. It was full of apologies, memories of our good times, promises that she'd be better. She said she understood why I was doing this, but she hoped someday I could forgive her. I didn't respond. Her friends have tried reaching out too, saying I'm being too harsh, that she made a mistake, and everyone deserves a second chance. I blocked most of them. Patricia still texts me occasionally to check in. She apologized again for her daughter's behavior and said she hopes I find someone who deserves me. That meant something, actually. More than Clarissa's 100 apologies ever did. As for me, I'm doing okay. Some days are harder than others. I don't miss Clarissa. I miss who I thought she was. There's a difference. I've started going to the gym more, picked up some projects I'd been putting off, spent more time with my own friends and family. The money will take 3 years to get back in full. Every payment that hits my account feels like closing a chapter, not because of the money itself, but because it's a reminder that I'm not a doormat, that I have value beyond what I can provide for someone else. I don't know if what I did makes me petty or smart. Maybe both. But I sleep fine at night, and that's more than I could say 2 months ago. Edit 1. Some people have asked if I'd take her back if she paid everything off early. The answer is no. This was never about the money. It was about respect. She showed me exactly who she was, and I believe her. Edit 2. Yes, the legal route was extreme. But I tried the calm conversation. I tried giving space. Sometimes people only understand consequences when they're formal and unavoidable. Edit 3. To everyone saying I should have just let it go and moved on, I did move on. Getting my money back doesn't mean I'm stuck in the past. It means I'm securing my future and making sure I'm not a cautionary tale about being too nice.